someone who's been eating a meat-based diet for 7 years and been on a healing journey for 8 years, given my diagnosis of an autoimmune disorder, I have Hashimoto's, I have eaten the same things over and over and over again. You can see if you watched all of my past videos, all of my What I Eat in a Day vlogs. I don't even know how many of those vlogs now exist on my channel, but it's a lot. You will see the same foods basically over and over and over again. Eggs, hamburger patties, steaks, chicken thighs, hot dogs, bologna, sometimes. I mean, that's pretty much what my main core nutrition comes from. Burger patties with grilled onions. I have steak with grilled onions. I have chicken thighs with like a little side salad. So that's what's coming up on this What I Eat in a Day vlog. It's already very late in the day. It is almost 1 o'clock. Have I eaten today? No. Not because I wasn't hungry, okay? I was, but I just haven't had time. So what we're gonna do first is feed me, and then we're gonna prep for the grill. So normally I eat breakfast earlier than 1 o'clock. I would say my normal first meal of the day is around 11, depending on where I am in my cycle. I do get hungrier at specific times. As usual, the dishwasher is going in this video. So if you hear that, I apologize, but I am wearing the microphone to try to cut down on it. What I normally have been eating lately is a scramble, which for me is just eggs and sauteed onions with bacon grease. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna chop up some onions, I'm gonna saute them, scramble up some eggs all together, and top it with a little Parmesan cheese. As you can tell, if you're new here, I very much love onion. You could use way less than this, but I like it. I'm gonna be cooking this up in my handy dandy cast iron skillet that was my grandma's and was passed down to me. I love it. I'm also going to be using bacon grease, which I'm gonna get out of this pan because I cooked a big thing of bacon this morning for my kids for their breakfast. I keep the bacon grease in a container by my stove normally, but since this is still in here, I'm just gonna scrape it out and put it in the cast iron. Bacon grease is the secret to making everything delicious, in my opinion. I know a lot of people in the meat-based ketovore community love beef tallow. I don't. I hate the smell of beef tallow for cooking. I do prefer bacon fat. I also love bacon. I eat a lot of pork. I grill pork chops on the grill. I grill regular steaks on the grill. I grill burgers on the grill. I grill hot dogs on the grill. Yes, I eat hot dogs, just regular old hot dogs. They work fine for me. I don't see any reason to stop eating hot dogs. A lot of people get upset at me about a lot of things that I do and the things that I eat and the things that I say, but I'm not telling you to do it. I don't follow whatever path you think is best for you and your personal health goals. This is what's best for me. And if you think I don't know what I'm doing, then that's okay. You're wrong, but you're entitled to your opinion. So I'm just gonna saute these onions down, and then we're gonna put our eggs in. Now, I am blessed to have my own chickens here at the farm, and they are providing me with fresh pastured eggs. I have a Rhode Island Red and an Easter Egger right now, so you can see there's 2 different types of eggs. And then I have 15 baby chickens that are gonna be producing eggs in the future. They don't produce eggs yet, they're still little babies. They're nowhere near laying eggs, but for now, my 2 layer girls are doing really well for me. I need 1 more, 3 eggs. Someone's gonna say this is not enough food. And to those people I say, okay. I really try to encourage all of you to find what works best for you, so that if anybody, be that in real life or the internet, says that you're doing it wrong, you feel confident in how you take care of your body and your health and your needs. Like I said, I've been eating this way for 7 years. And in those 7 years, I've put all of my Hashimoto symptoms into remission. I no longer take any thyroid medication, prescription thyroid medication. And I feel better than I have ever felt maybe in my entire life, okay? Maybe when I was 16, I felt better than this, but I was also anxious and angsty. So was I really living my best life? Probably not. Currently, I am able to sleep really well through the night. I get up early. I even have coffee. Oh, Lord. That gets a lot of people worked up too. Have my coffee on the porch with my flowers. I walk around my garden. I garden all day. I come in, take a little break, go back outside. I'm raising animals. I'm raising children. Like, I am living my best life currently with this diet, which for me, it's not a diet. It's just what I eat. I'm not perfect all the time, by no means. I'm the first one to tell you there are times when I eat something that's not good for me. But I know that it's not good for me. I'm not over here making excuses about how, you know, it's fine. It's not fine, but I'm willing to pay the price every now and then to have a duck fat French fry at a fancy restaurant that I get to go to once every 6 months maybe on a date with my husband. All right, those are still cooking down. They're not ready yet. I love eggs. They are for sure one of my favorite things to use in cooking. While these are cooking down, I'm gonna update you on a book I am reading. 2 books actually. I'm currently listening to the Audible of When the Moon Hatched. Awful. Okay, and I'm sorry if you read it and you loved it, but I have 6 hours left. It's very long. It's a romantasy. I thought it was more fantasy, but it is way more romance, and the world building is not that great. I don't even know, got 6 hours left. I'm in deep, and I still don't really know what the point is. I'm about to DNF it. The only reason I've kept up listening to it is because I listen to it as I'm going to sleep. I'm going to fall asleep anyway, so even if I miss something, I honestly do not care. So that's the one book that I would not recommend, honestly. All right, now I'm just going to pour the scrambled eggs in here into the onions. I do a little seasoning. This is actually, from Kinder's. It's buttery steakhouse seasoning. I also use this on the steaks. It's pretty clean, 0 carb. It's probably got some maltodextrin or something in there. I don't care. But if you want, you can always use something like Redmond seasoning salt or just regular Redmond seasoning. I do use them a lot. And if I had seasoning salt from Redmond's, I would be using them. I'm completely out. And I just haven't bought it anymore. Okay, so I'll let that kind of cook down a smidge before I start stirring. And then I just give it a good push, and a good push, and a good push, and a good push. And because this was floating in bacon grease, you see none of those eggs have really stuck to the bottom, have they? Good old bacon grease, baby. It adds flavor, it adds fat. I love to keep my fat macro pretty high, I would say moderate. And that's my fat of choice. So now I'm just gonna, I'm about to sneeze. I can feel it coming. I'm left-handed, y'all, and doing things on camera as a left-hander, like I almost just cannot show you things that well. So there is breakfast, if you will, first meal of the day. It's very, very hot. Fresh out the pan. Now, something else I will also add to my scrambled eggs is, this is called sofrito, and I will put the recipe to this in the description. This is a Puerto Rican seasoning. You add it to meat, you add it to eggs, you add it to whatever you want. You're supposed to you just take a little spoonful and you would saute the onions with the sofrito and then pour the eggs. And you need to cook it down, it opens up the flavor. However, do I follow the rules? If you're not new, you know the answer to that. I make my own rules. I very much like the flavor of sofrito raw. And so I'm gonna add a little bit to my egg after the fact. smells amazing. Sofrito is made with cilantro, so if you're one of those people that cilantro tastes like soap, then you're not gonna like sofrito. And then I could put Parmesan cheese on that. I think I said I was going to, but I have since changed my mind. I don't think I'm gonna put cheese on it. Not feeling that on my eggs today. So, there you go. I sure do love eggs. Listen, I made a video 3 years ago, and it was top 10 foods I eat on Ketovore. I think it was the name of the video. And in that video, I talk about how eggs are super cheap and economical, and buddy, that did not age well. At the time, they were cheap. And I think maybe like 3 months after that video went up, the price of eggs just started tick, 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 tick. Anyways, like the comment section is full of people mad at me for saying eggs are cheap because I'm out of touch. It's like, this video is old, okay? I'm sorry. I can't go back in time and change that. Eggs are still amazing, no matter where you get them from. Even if you can't get them straight from your own chicken's butt, they're still a very good source of protein and fat. That's how I sneeze, in case you were wondering. Okay. Well, that was phenomenal. That first sip of sparkling water is spicy. All right, let's get started on the marinade. I'm gonna wash this out because we're gonna use it again. Garlic. Y'all, listen. I don't think I would be able to find a man if Ken Berry passed away, okay? If I was left a widow, ain't nobody wanting me, because I eat the stinkiest stuff. I love onions, I love garlic, and I don't care. Now I brush my teeth, and if I'm gonna be in public, I'm not gonna pregame with all the smelliest things that I would just eat a normal amount of, I would just eat eggs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not eating this if I know I'm gonna be around people. If I'm gonna be home, like, Ken Berry doesn't care. He doesn't care. He loves me, okay? He doesn't care if I smell like garlic and sofrito and onions. Like, he doesn't care. I'm a lucky girl, what can I say? I fear I would have a problem finding another human that could live with me, smelling up the house every day. Well, like a Puerto Rican, okay? When we visited San Antonio a few weeks ago, like, our whole suitcase smelled like garlic and sofrito because they cook with it every single day, just like I do. It's in everything. We love flavor. I fail to see where that's a bad thing. Anyways, all right, we're gonna start off with some garlic. I've got 4 cloves here. Feel free to use 0 or 2, or, you know, whatever your little heart tells you. It's your little recipe, and you get to do what you want. We follow Bob Ross rules in this house. There are no mistakes. There are just lessons, all right? So I'm mincing that up in my little garlic press here. Boom, voila, delicioso. All right, so that's step 1. Step 2 is gonna really aggravate some people. This is Allegro. This is a marinade that is pre-made. I'm sure there's multiple recipes on how to make your own marinade. I'm just not gonna do that, and here's why. There's 2 reasons. One is this is made in Paris, Tennessee, which is right down the road from me. And I've been eating Allegro and marinating things in Allegro since I don't even know when, all right? You can see right here, I don't know if it'll focus, Paris, Tennessee, all right? I have an emotional attachment. Also, it is 1 gram of carbs per tablespoon, as you can see here, and that's gonna marinate 3 steaks. I am going to use a small amount. This is 1/4 of a cup. All right, so you do the math on how many tablespoons and carbs that is, and then you can complain about it to someone who cares, because I don't. And we're just gonna give that a little whisk. This is a way bigger whisk than I need, but it's the one that's handy. Oh, whisk that up. Somebody's gonna get mad about this next step too. I just got a comment on a video that's like 4 years old because I was using plastic. Well, I'm about to use plastic again. Okay, I'm not heating it up. And in this small kitchen, I just don't have the space to have all this. When we get in the new house, I will probably get a lot of glass dishes in which I can marinate steaks in and do all the things that I would love to do, but this looks bigger on camera than it is, okay? I promise you. I would prefer glass. But it is what it is, and it doesn't bother me that much, but it will bother someone. I have to put the disclaimer out there. These are New York strips. 3 lovely, fatty New York strips. So a New York strip is like the fattiest cut of steak that I enjoy. I know a lot of people really love ribeye, but I just don't. All right, this is it. I'm just gonna pour that in there. Did you hear that burn? And then I'm gonna massage it in and stick it in the refrigerator for just a few hours. Heidi. I am. Is the sheep still in the yard? Okay. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna let those sit in the refrigerator for a few hours and then I will grill them. I ended up also grilling some hot dogs for the kids and the shrimp that I got from Walmart that were frozen. I mixed up some butter with this steak seasoning. That's what's in the bowl over there. And then I just painted that on when the shrimp was on the grill. It went and got dark on me real quick while I was outside. So this is what we ended up eating. And it was so delicious. Those shrimp ended up, that's the first time I've done shrimp on the grill, and they turned out really, really good. So that was my last meal of the day. We went inside and we watched a documentary called Common Ground. It was really good. You can find that on, I think it was Amazon Prime. It is about regenerative farming, which is what we do here on the farm. And that was it. So I hope you enjoyed this What I Eat in a Day vlog, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.